Can you think about that? How many times during the day do you think God has protected us? I remember Christmas Eve 2006. I was traveling in the middle of the night from Atlanta to New York on Highway I-81 in Pennsylvania in the dark. It was around 11:30 at night. My tire blew. It was the scariest thing I could think of. And I had my two youngest sons in the back of the car sleeping. Here I was stuck in the middle of Nowheresville, USA, and with a busted tire. I didn't know what to do. I called my cousin in New York. I was going to stay with him. And he told me to dial 911, and that's what I did. And not too long after that, two Pennsylvania state troopers showed up. Now, you can imagine my trepidation when that happened. But I was going through a time when my faith was a little higher than normal. Anyway, these two guys came and they offered to help. They checked my spear. My spear was busted. It was just no good. So they took the tire that blew in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve. I want you to just think about it. And they disappeared, saying they were going to fix the tire. I was doubtful because I'm wondering, how are they going to get tire fixed at that time of the night? But this is country, USA, right? About 2 hours later, closer to 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., Christmas morning, 2006, they came back. My tire was repaired. They reinstalled it on my car, wished me a Merry Christmas, and sent me on my way. Now that is the way God works. And I have so many stories about times when God has protected me and just kept me. Sometimes it's from myself, but sometimes it's from others. So if you can relate, let me know, right? So here is where I want you to understand that we do not need to live scared. Sometimes the reality looks impossible, and sometimes it looks like there is no way we're going to get out of these situations. But God is not asleep. We just celebrated Easter. And I want you to know it's Monday morning. The grave is still empty. So remember, when you are scared, when you feel like you're alone, when you feel exposed, remember, there's still an empty grave and God will protect you. When we think about the words, under his wings, you will find refuge. I often think about an eagle. And the eagle is referenced a lot in the Bible as a symbol of God's protection. And under his wings, for those of us who have seen chickens with the hens with their chickens, cuddled up under their wings, this is the same image that God provides his protection under his wings. The eagles, birds, they cover their nests with their wings and hide their young one from predators. So that will give you a picture of how God protects us. And you have to get through that mama bird before you can get to the young ones. And God's not, he's all powerful. So even when somebody can overcome the eagle hard fight, they can't overcome God. So I want you to remember, I want you to understand that God is your protector.